A guide to buying cards with TCGPlayer Direct. What does this service offer players of Magic the Gathering? TCGPlayer Direct is a new shipping hub offered by TCGPlayer. It lets you shop from a massive marketplace and get the best price on cards, while still enjoying the convenience of getting everything in one easy package. With TCGPlayer Direct, when you place an order, TCGPlayer ships everything in one package straight from their warehouse. The cards are carefully graded and packaged, all the while with TCGPlayer's reliable customer service standing by to help if anything happens to go wrong. To put it short and simple, TCGPlayer Direct means free shipping, certified grading, and fast, reliable delivery. But does TCGPlayer Direct really fulfill on its promises? I'll put it to the test in just a moment, but first, a quick word about this video. Before we begin, I would like to say that this video is indeed sponsored by TCGPlayer, but beyond their support of the channel, the video is 100% independently written and produced by me, just like any other video on this channel. Like all of my sponsored videos ever, I am free to say and do what I want, and TCGPlayer has no advanced screening or any knowledge of what I am going to say until I have said it. If you want to try out TCGPlayer Direct, follow the special link in the description of this video and check it out for yourself. You, of course, don't have to go there through that link, but if you do, it does benefit the channel greatly behind the scenes, and I thank you. Now, let's begin with, what is TCGPlayer Direct? If you are not already familiar with TCGPlayer.com, it is a buyer and seller's marketplace for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and other TCGs, CCGs, and related products and accessories. But as I said, TCGPlayer Direct is something new, something far upgraded, and something that offers all of this amazingly for free. With TCGPlayer Direct, instead of contacting individual sellers through TCGPlayer, you can have all the cards you need shipped to you in one package from TCGPlayer. Why would you want to do this? Well, first of all is the brand new offer of free shipping through TCGPlayer Direct. That's right, free. Shipping is free on orders of $25 and up. What if you don't order $25 worth of cards? Then it's 99 cents flat. It's practically free, $1 for shipping on whatever your order is under $25, and free shipping on all orders $25 and up anywhere in the United States. No matter how many cards you buy or how many sellers you buy from, your entire order ships for free with TCGPlayer Direct. So you get everything all at once in one package, and it will be exactly as you expect. If something isn't perfect, you have TCGPlayer behind it. You're not dealing with these individual sellers who may or may not be perfectly cooperative. You're dealing with TCGPlayer, and they are going to make it right. But I actually want to scrutinize something different about the benefit of TCGPlayer Direct, and that is certified grading. Okay, I buy a lot of cards. I have a lot of cards. I want a lot of cards, and I'm going to buy even more cards because of that. Some are for Commander. Not big flashy cards, but weird ones. That's my style, like a foil Plains from the original Ravnica block for my Teysa EDH, or a High Tide from Fallen Empires for my SIG River Guide deck, the one with all the fish. I also buy Pauper decks in paper and Canadian Highlander decks, and one thing that keeps happening to me throughout all of this again and again is that when I order near mint cards from different sellers, I don't always get near mint cards, especially on those smaller, less expensive cards, the 50-cent cards, the dollar cards, the more unusual cards that I need. I am less likely to get them in near mint condition. But TCGPlayer Direct is offering something tantalizing, their own certified grading of the cards they sell you. Remember, the cards are now passing from sellers to TCG directly. Oh, I just got the name! Course. And so now the cards arrive, but then are checked again by TCGPlayer to make sure that the cards are sent in actually near mint condition. So for people who are obsessive about their cards being near mint, such as myself, this is a double check. They ask the sellers for near mint, the sellers allegedly send them near mint, but they are gonna double check that the cards are indeed near mint before they send them out to you. It's a double check. So, Let's test that out, shall we? I ordered a few $100 worth of cards from TCGPlayer Direct in different orders, some from different accounts, ensuring that TCGPlayer did not know that these were the cards that were going to me, and I am going to look at them. I haven't looked at them yet. They're still sealed in their package. I'm going to look at them right now with you, and I want to make sure that these cards are indeed all in near mint condition. I tried to get a really wide variety of cards from throughout Magic's history. Expensive cards, cheap cards, foil cards, non-foil cards, old and new. Let's see that these are in fact near mint. Let's take a look. So this first package I envisioned as a more general test. I picked a mythic that's big right now, Jace Telepath Unbound, as well as another planeswalker, a Johnny Vengeant. I also took this opportunity to grab some cards I'd wanted for Commander. Hey, Sensei's Divining Top with the proper art and near mint. I cannot tell you how much trouble I have had getting near mint high tides. Relieved to own these at last. Willow Satyr, a card from Legends, as well as the Arena of the Ancients are quite old, and these look, well, not quite pack fresh, but definitely near mint. Quite frankly, seeing these cards in front of me is really astonishing and impressive. All of these cards are near mint. Another great thing about TCGPlayer in general, let alone TCGPlayer Direct, is the idea that you can just punch in an entire deck and have that deck delivered to your door. Here I spent just under $20 buying Slivers for Pauper. Yes, I like to have some paper Pauper decks, and Slivers is the closest thing to Merfolk. You heard me. So I'm gonna go a little faster through these. But spoiler alert, every single card in here is near mint. What's really impressive about this is, since this is a Pauper deck, these are all commons. And people seldom take good care of their commons, especially old commons. Look at that pair of Holy Light from the Dark. These things are gorgeous as near mint. I haven't seen a dark card for sale that was near mint in forever. Honestly, a lot of these cards look pack fresh. Everything near mint. Now this final pack is where I really am putting TCGPlayer Direct to the test. I'm spending some cash here to do something I've always wanted to do. Buy some of my favorite lands for the art. Here we have the Rob Alexander Flooded Strand. And while I couldn't quite afford alphas, I went for the next best thing. Beta Original Art Basic Lands. This is what basic lands look like to me. And seeing these all near mint in that beautiful black border with that wonderful old original art just really makes me happy knowing that I can bling out some of my favorite decks with these. And now perhaps for one more difficult test, some very old basic cards in foil. I have bought so many of these over the years. I am serious. I have bought so many of these and they arrive curled and scuffed and marked up and far from near mint. This is well over $200 worth of cards that I purchased here to test TCGPlayer, and I can say with confidence that all of these cards are in near mint condition. That's because it's in TCGPlayer's best interest to make sure I get the cards I order in the condition I order, not to try and scrimp and save by selling me a lightly played card instead of a near mint one. And had any of those cards not been in near mint condition, hey, accidents happen, I feel really confident that TCGPlayer would make it right. How do you use TCGPlayer Direct? Items carried by TCGPlayer Direct will be clearly marked on the TCGPlayer site. You pick out the cards from sellers offering the lowest prices, just like you do now. TCGPlayer will ship out cards to you using their own carefully managed inventory. Again, it's coming from TCGPlayer, not individual sellers. You'll get your entire order together in one of those packages like I just showed you, and you've got that dedicated TCGPlayer customer service team standing by to help with any issues. A final personal word. I have indeed used TCGPlayer for a long time now, since before I had a YouTube channel, and I'm not the only one. So widely used and respected is the TCGPlayer website that their prices, be it low, mid, or high, are used almost universally as the means of determining card value. Whenever I see anybody making trades at my local game store, my friends and I will use TCGPlayer values to determine a fair trade. We're not going off of eBay or Amazon prices. No one is. In fact, I really did recently swear off of eBay and Amazon entirely due to the endless scams, bad attitudes of sellers, and an all-around frustrating and disheartening experience. With TCGPlayer Direct, I am now dealing with TCGPlayer directly, which means they are not some guy in his creepy apartment trying to scam me, or a petty seller who will cuss me out when I complain about getting heavily played cards. Really happened. Goodbye, eBay. I have the utmost confidence that TCGPlayer customer service will always make right on any errors and problems that occur, and that those errors and problems will likely be very few and very far between. I cannot recommend TCGPlayer Direct enough. If your local game store does not have the cards you need, or does not offer the prices that are fair, if your friends do not have the cards you need for trade, or maybe you just live somewhere where there isn't an LGS, where there isn't any access to singles or trades, well, then what you want to obtain the cards that you need for the decks that you want to play is TCGPlayer Direct. At the very least, it's worth looking up prices, especially with these new savings on shipping. Follow the special link in the description of this video to check out TCGPlayer Direct for yourself. Again, you don't have to use it through that link. It's available now to everyone, but if you do follow the link in the description, it super helps out the channel behind the scenes, and I thank you. And I hope very much that this video, like all of my videos, has been of some help to you.